Following the stellar action that unfolded on October 28th in Episode 7, the morning of October 29th sees Zach Rozmus trekking to Area 52.
Alright, good morning guys. It's October 29th and Ty and I are set up. We elected to come to a redneck blind. This is what we call the cattle gate plot. This is on my neighbor's property, and it's in a transition area where there's a green food source right in front of us. Corn was picked last week, and I was a little indecisive on where I wanted to go this morning. I did not want to do a hang and hunt in the dark this morning, so what we did is we loaded up all of our hang and hunt gear, put it in a spot that's staged. Essentially, we're going to hunt this spot early this morning, and I think at some point we're going to make a transition into a tree. I feel confident we're going to see deer from this location. I'm just not sure whether or not they're going to be in bow range. But that buck I called Chicken Nugget, he was pretty active last night again. I think that's probably the most active hit list target we have right now, and it's just a matter of time with how active he's being that we're going to have an encounter with him. So excited for the sun to come up.
While Zach settles in for the morning hunt, 30 miles to the north, Mike Reed is loading up to head to the river farm.
You feeling ready?
I am.
The key to long sets. Well, we just pulled up to the river farm, and we're gonna head back in the pinch. Feels nice and cool today. It's, I think with the wind, about 29 degrees. Straight north wind. Another front's coming through. We might get some snow today. So we're gonna get in there and hopefully DK shows up. Pretty awesome start to the morning so far. 10 yards for the third time, and it's not even November yet. He's just such a cool deer. His body is so dark. He was grunting and just putting on a show. And then Joey B, big beautiful 3-year-old, wasn't too far behind him. They actually came from opposite directions, but they all sort of met right here. Hopefully DK's somewhere in the area. I'd like to think if he was close by and heard all that ruckus, he would have come check it out, but he doesn't seem to be an overly aggressive deer. You know, for all the bucks that are out here and just kind of looking at pictures and things like that, he rarely is on the scrapes. You'll see him in the background. Doesn't seem to be as active or as aggressive as some of the other deer, but they're all just eating acorns in here. We got this front blowing through. Might get some snow. Definitely feels cold this morning. There's no sun. Hopefully DK makes an appearance yet.
That same morning, 150 miles to the northeast of Mike in the state of Illinois, longtime team member Kane Gillette is also on stand. No stranger to big bucks and successful hunts, the past few seasons have seen Kane's priorities shift as a hunter for various reasons. If you remember the farm, a property Kane spent his entire life hunting, it sold in 2021, catapulting him onto a new journey that led to a piece of property his family could call their own. A labor of love, Kane's focus has been on transforming the ground and hunting with his kids. All of that effort came to fruition during the 2022 season when Emma, Kane's daughter, shot her first buck on what is now referred to as the home farm. Fast forward, and so far this season, Kane continues to enjoy the fruits of his labor, transforming the landscape of the home place, but in his back pocket are a few properties he's also worked hard on to acquire hunting access. Having not tagged a buck himself since 2020, Kane hits the woods on a nearby permission piece, hoping to end the spell.
Good morning, guys. Brad and I are all settled in. Brad and I were just sitting here kind of waiting for it to get light, and I told him today is going to be great. Hopefully this front is encouraging him. The temps dropped last night. It's about 35 degrees right now, and we got a stiff north wind hitting me right in my face. And right on cue, after I told Brad that, we just had a really nice 3-year-old walk by at about 15 yards. We hunted this bottom on November 7th last year. The only time we hunted here, we came and did a hanging hunt, and I came to full draw on a really nice deer, but wasn't able to close. And after that hunt, from all the deer movement, we said this is where we need to be, because this is kind of where it pinches down here in this funnel. And sure enough, that was perfect. So if they all do that, you know, I think we'll have a good sit. So I'm gonna quiet down, let the timber wake up, and hopefully today's the day. Doe and 2 fawns. 2 does and a fawn, actually. Alright guys, well it's about 10 o'clock now. Brad and I are gonna start packing up and get down and go hang a set. Overall, it's a pretty slow sit. I think we saw probably 9 deer. The only buck we saw was that nice 3-year-old that came through right at first light, and then we never saw another buck. And, this is a great front, but it's not really hammering yet. Here comes a deer right now, running at us. You see anything behind you yet?
No, I don't.
It was a doe.
Yeah.
Right here. Here it comes behind her. That's a buck. Buck. Good buck, good buck. Matt. I think I heart shot him. I think I saw him was going down. What just closing in on you, buddy? Dude, I think I heart shot him.
I think you did.
Oh, I'm shaking. Just told you that I haven't shot a buck in 2 years, man, and we were setting up for the next hunt. I mean, he was on her.
Right now.
He was like I don't know if she's coming in, but he was on her like she was in heat.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say, dude. I think I just drilled that deer.
I think you smoked him.
It can change quick. I'm gonna quit shaking and we'll come back to you guys in a little bit.
Hello?
Hey, I just shot a buck.
Send us a picture. Good job.
Oh, thank you.
Did you shoot one?
Yeah, dude, I just heart shot one.
That's awesome, buddy.
I just texted you that it was slow.
Yeah, I know.
I figured when you were calling me, that meant that you were like back at the truck, like hammed off here.
No.
Congrats, buddy. You'll have to keep me posted. That's not what I was expecting when you were calling me, so this is excellent news. So.
Yeah.
Send me some pics, and we'll talk later then, okay?
All right, buddy.
All right, see you, buddy.
Bye. Well, it's been about 35, 40 minutes since I shot that buck. And we just watched the footage here on the ground, and it looks like I did heart shot him like we thought. We're gonna go check out First Blood right now and follow it. And I think the plan is we're gonna go up to where we could last see him. And if he's not dead right there, we might pull out. We'll assess it as we get on the blood trail here, so. Look at the blood, dude. Good blood. Really, he's pouring out. Right here. Bunch right there. Oh, he's right here. He's right here. I didn't even see him. Let's go.
No gripping grins.
It's not it is that tight 10. Pretty good mass through here. Yeah, I think that's him, man. Man, it feels great to get one down. Well, here he is, guys, my 2023 buck. Really happy with him. This is very telling to those fronts. You know, I was kind of down on myself there wrapping up the hunt today, you know, thinking we're just a few days away, even though this weather system's been great. And then this guy proved me wrong in a matter of seconds. As we've been kind of wrapping this process up, it's hitting me a little bit that this is the first deer, not even buck, just buck, the first deer I've shot off the old farm. We lost that farm in 2021. That was the last time I hunted it, and pretty special to get one on the ground. It felt good to break the ice. We've still got quite a bit of time to hunt. Plan going forward, you know, Brad's definitely up to bat now, I think. He's definitely earned that. So
Really excited. We're gonna get him taken care of and get out of here for the day and go show him to the kids. But couldn't be happier to put a mature buck on the ground here in Illinois, October 29th.
Oh my God. He's a jackalope.
A jackalope?
Back in eastern Iowa, fresh off of receiving the he's down phone call, Zach Rozmus is still set up in the same redneck blind, awaiting his chance to make a move.
All right, it's 9:30 now, and we're gonna make the move. This was a nice cozy spot to start the morning, but I want to get in the timber, especially at the edge of this bedding area. My instincts are just telling me that's where we need to be. We got to go get some stands. We got a lot of work to do, and I think this set's going to be one that potentially could stay up for a few days because they're calling for quite a few northwest winds in a row. So we got some work to do, and next time you see us, we'll be in a tree. That's the tree I've been thinking about the whole time. Well, it's 11:15 now, and we have made the move into a stand. This is a tree that I've spent quite a bit of time over on my neighbor's property, and we did a joint logging pretty much a year and a half ago now. And this is one of those trees that I remember even when they were logging, I was like, don't log that one. Like, I just remember telling them that because I just thought it set up so well for a north wind. And essentially we have a straight north wind tonight, and we have a north-northwest wind tomorrow. So this is a hanging hunt tonight, not the easiest tree to get into because it's a little bit bigger of a white oak, but I love the spot. There's a nice little ditch right in front of me where they're gonna loop around it. And this is just one of those spots where I think if you put enough time in this location, you get an opportunity at a deer. So I think they're gonna move tonight. Had a few buddies that have killed already today, and then who knows, maybe we'll get a little luck coming our way tonight too.
Enjoying the consistent movement of does so far, Zach settles in on the new stand. Back on the river farm, Mike Reed too is making a midday audible, trying to game plan where his best chance is for the afternoon. While Mike works to make a decision, 127 miles to the southwest, Owen Reigler is heading back to the same stand location he hunted the day prior.
Every time we walk in, it's awesome, man. I love it. Wind is at my back. I know some guys would be like, what are you doing? But I walk with either the wind at my back or the wind in my face. Either one is fine. You just gotta think about where it's blowing, and this is just running it across the food source and then into the CRP. So the one wind I don't want to walk in on is a crosswind, because then you broadcasted the whole trip. Let's go get slipped in that stand. Just in case it is. It's like 2:15 in the afternoon. Not much you can do about that. I thought that might be our point. Here it is, October 29th, about 2:15. We are in here for a long sit, but I've said it before, I'll say it again. Conditions are crazy good. It's like 37 degrees or something right now. Heck, I was talking about having the wind at our back walking in, and you know, that's just fine. Heck, we ran into one of the bucks we seen last night. Of course, the wind's blowing right at him, but nothing you can do about that at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This north wind sets up perfect for this spot. Because for one, you're on the downhill side. If the wind dies in the evening and you got a thermal, that's perfect. You know, plus it just sets up perfect for the travel. Everything's on the north side of you. So I love this setup, but we're at the risk of overhunting. It's the third day in this area. I like where you can have them in little different spots where you can access them totally different. So after today, if we don't connect on him, we're gonna have to move spots and just give this a rest. But conditions are so good, I had to be back here with this decoy. If that wide 8 sees that decoy, I think it's gonna be game on or game over, whichever. So we'll set in, see what happens. another one. He's mortally hit already. Just torched him. 404. Man, we knew we had to be here early. That's crazy. You seen him work that scrape? Dude, that's nuts. That's a huge 8. Man, what a season. Dream season. What do you say, man? Gosh, that's a big 8. I must have been just back behind the heart. I gotta see what he was on that first shot. He was just a little farther than 20 probably. Yeah, he was 26. That's why it's just a hair low. I used my 20 on it and I knew that Decoy was 20 and I thought, well, even if he ducked a hair, I'd be perfect, but I mean, I'm sure we had him either way.
Did you shot bows before this and a day off?
Oh yeah, man, we shot all summer. Thank you, Devin, for shooting all summer. Man, paid off right there. Officially bow tagged out, yes. Decoy did the trick again. Boy, he bristled up, walked right in. He didn't walk head on like I thought he would, though. He walked to the back of it, which is odd. Man, that's a big 8. Gosh, he's pretty. I seen him last night. I told Devin, I was like, that's a big 8. That's awesome, man. Let's go get our hands on him. Thank you, Bucky Jr. He was not happy that guy was here. I think I said in the interview, too, I said, if he just sees this decoy, I think it's game on. So let's go check him out. My goodness. Look at the size of the neck on this deer. Whoa. That is a toad 8. Huge neck. Huge body. He was the king down here. What an absolute beast. So pumped. I'm not for sure what deer this is from years past. I think it might be this 9-point we filmed way back in 2018. Matter of fact, we got some video of him that year right there down on that point. I mean, he's, wow, fully mature. I mean, I don't know if you guys can get the appreciation for the size of his neck right there, but it's huge. I've noticed before in the video sometimes just doesn't do it justice. What an awesome buck, man. If you can't be happy with that, you got to take up crochet or something. I've got to sit here and admire him for a second, guys. It's just, even for me, this doesn't happen all the time. It's been years and years in between seasons like I've had on the last couple. Just a cool deer, man. This is the one we were after, boys. I've said it before. This is the one we were after. That's as good as it gets right there. Thank you. Oh, man.
While Owen celebrates the end of his bow season, back in eastern Iowa, Zach Rozmus is at the tail end of his all-day sit.
We are down to our last 35 minutes legal shooting light. Definitely had a flurry of activity there for a while. I mean, from 3:30 until pretty much now, which we've had a lull of about half an hour or so, but we can still see some deer out in the pick cornfield. It seemed like every single one of the does that came by had 2 or 3 fawns with her, so who knows, maybe we'll see some buck activity yet tonight, but the next couple days are looking pretty good. And I mean, it was a long sit this afternoon, it really was, but having them right at the base of the tree, that made them worth it. That was a really cool encounter with all those does and fawns. Gotta love that type of stuff.
This is very telling to those fronts. You know, I was kind of down on myself there wrapping up the hunt today. This is the first deer, not even buck, just buck, but first deer I've shot off the old farm. Pretty special to get one on the ground. It felt good to break the ice and to kind of find my way, if you will, off the old farm.
If you can't be happy with that, you got to take up crochet or something. I've got to sit here and admire him for a second, guys. It's just, even for me, this doesn't happen all the time. It's been years and years in between seasons like I've had on the last couple. This is the one we were after, boys.
This is a hanging hunt tonight, not the easiest tree to get into, but I love the spot. There's a nice little ditch right in front of me where they're gonna loop around it, and this is just one of those spots where I think if you put enough time in this location, you get an opportunity at a deer.
As a deer hunter, what more could one ask for than the events of October 29th? It was a day so rich in experiences, it could fill enough chapters to span an entire week. Although DK never did wander by Mike's stand, another fast-paced sighting with both Moss and Joey B affirms exactly why his belief is so strong that this is the single best location to get his opportunity. Speaking of opportunities, Kane Gillette's hunt served as a great reminder that at any given moment, your luck can change during this time of the season. A celebration hard-earned and long-awaited, many thanks go out to the doe for walking on the decisive trail. Though centered around the anchor of bucks searching for the first available doe, Owen Reigler's epic hunt showcased that yet again, paying attention to the micro details can make all of the difference. Using the wide eight's personality against him, Owen's called shot proved deadly, notching another memory in one of the single best stand locations in the country. Ultimately ending his bow season, Owen is now sidelined, forced to wait until the winter months arrive. While Owen checks out of the game, most have just now been given the green light to enter. As promised, the weekend delivered, but now the time to spend hard-earned vacation time is here. The only variable changing tomorrow is the arrival of frigid air, with lows forecasted in the teens. Sparking hope for a repeat performance, everyone looks forward. We're right on the edge of it now, and in just 3 days, we will finally again be chasing November.